这带多大呀？我预猜都没注意。他那个是神秘优化的，变大卖了。哎，他这代得有29岁了吧，还是28岁？上周曝光可能是28。哎。这诡异的交流，哎呀，我看这个日记就烦。他在什么时候写下这么多日记的？我咱你这回来这一会儿坐椅子上，先听会儿歌，写写日记是吧？
Moses should be waiting for me in his office.
没事儿，不急，事已至此，当然要多转转了。
Is a jack-o'-lantern series too on the nose for a New England photographer?
我感觉这代老麦反倒比上周曝光显年轻了呢。写了10年日记列出来的手速。
He's smiling, but you know he feels empty inside.
都已经这么诡异了，都转转怎么了？
I wonder how Moses will react to all this. 厕所。我真不行。这个头发怎么老穿膜呀？这克洛伊也穿膜，挺着急的，听会儿播客吧。
Secrets, corruption, occultism, power. Welcome back to Abraxcast, Caledon's only podcast dedicated to uncovering the hidden underbelly of the Abraxas Society.
还真是，现在我这上周曝光了就无下边。
I am your host, Loretta Rice. This is episode 4, The
我真的觉得这
Hall
不像一个游戏的开头。
It has long been known that Abraxas is no ordinary campus club. It seems to operate by its own rules and logic. Take the recent battle with the administration over housing. The Abraxas House is a Caledon-owned building at the periphery of Lakeport. After the storm, President Owen Teller declared the building uninhabitable and quickly advanced plans to have it condemned. Now, whatever one thinks about the administration's expansion plans, branded Caledon 2.0, university bylaws are very clear that Abraxas students must commit to relocation or risk disciplinary action. But this is not what happened. Instead, students have been returning to the building, squatting in their old rooms, and staging disruptive protests. The planned demolition has been set back indefinitely. Now, my role as a journalist is not to pick sides, but to uncover the truth. And I have come to believe that the reason for Abraxas's peculiar leverage may rest inside the very house they are illegitimately occupying. Sources tell me of a section in the Abraxas house known as the Hall of Secrets. What is contained within it? No one knows. But I'm told it has been passed down for decades and remains very well concealed from even the most senior Abraxas members. It stands to reason that these secrets hold the key to understanding not just Abraxas, but also its peculiar hold over Caledon University. I, your faithful reporter, will not rest until I have uncovered the Hall of Secrets myself and revealed what lies within.
这 直接给我站这边来了。这厕所这么点小。我还以为他在那个天文馆里呢，他在办公室。啊，双重曝光好像还在这玩潜行来着，我记得。哇！
Moses should be in his office waiting for our hot chocolate date. My classroom is the great outdoors. At least until it starts snowing. Come for the world-class education, stay for the timeshare presentation. Yasmin's replacement has some big ideas for the school. Kinda wish he'd keep them to
去年挺过
himself.
好几场风暴。拯救你们于水火之中，水火怎么来的？你别问。
Chloe made a model of the solar system for the Blackwell Science
那个
Fair.
那叫什么？
I wonder if Joyce still has it.
什么蒙特？V 打头的词儿我记不清，不知道怎么念。Fun fact， 看不清。怎么？你也要上去找一块石头？
I wonder how Moses will react to all this. Your Honor, my head's not in the clouds. It's up in space.
哦，佛蒙特州。呵，直接就直接，还不如让他们站好点，直接拦上呢。
I told Moses they should add a laser light show, but apparently that's not the point of planetariums. The planetarium.
哎呀，我就受不了
For
他们这个。
astronomers and stoners alike.
哎，第9好像本身就是在那个科罗拉多吧，好像。就是他不让他不如跟这儿似的拦上点好。
Moses, I'm from the future. I bring dark tidings of... No, too biblical.
I told Dr. Jordan he didn't need to convince me. My own conversations with you were sufficient, not to mention your student ratings. Your intro courses are 9s and a sea of 4s. For you to be so highly regarded, especially by non-majors, is...
老麦好小只啊。
Well, very highly regarded, it seems.
Max? You okay?
Sorry. Long day. You were saying?
怎么现在穿越
I was
回去
just
这么
telling
自由
Moses
了？
that
可
he
以
is
就是
officially invited
待
to
这么
join the
久了。我记得
Caledon
一代好像
faculty
穿
once
越
he
回过去
becomes
的话，就
Dr. Murphy
就
next
做不了
year.
多少事儿。
Right, the job offer.
翻回去
I remember. I mean,
好尴尬的场景，好地狱。
I overheard Vin on a call yesterday. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm still taking it in. But President Teller's plans for the physics department are very exciting.
This building is the one real investment that Caledon has made in the sciences. With 4 departments under one roof, we need to expand. And that's just the beginning. In a few years, the whole school will look like this, a cutting-edge research institution to rival MIT.
哎呀，这个漫长的间隔呀，我不行了。
I thought most students came to Caledon for liberal
还有
arts.
经还有经
Currently,
费这个。
yes. But if we want to remain competitive and move past the events of last year, Caledon needs to modernize. Dr. Fayyad was a great leader, and she had an eye for talent. Finding Moses was one of her many successes. But she had an idealistic streak. Which reminds me, Max, do your students still have all A's?
放水星老师。
If my students show up and work hard, they receive A's. Art is subjective.
And yet we've managed to judge and critique art for centuries, if not millennia. I see no reason to stop on your account.
Max isn't a traditional academic, but she's amazing with her students. Like you said, Yasmin has an eye for talent. She was even talking about creating a photography major.
It's not that I doubt your talent, Max. You're just a beneficiary of her short-sightedness. I mean, an instructor with no teaching experience or terminal degree, living rent-free in the house that was once reserved for visiting luminaries. It's like...
哎呀，上一代就想说，
How was this allowed to
批给老
happen?
外好大一个 house。
Wow. I do not remember this conversation being such a disaster.
Well, duty calls. Moses, contact my office if you have any questions about the offer.
啊，我不行了。
Man, that guy is just dying to fire me.
You already knew about my job offer. But you had to remember, so... You're not rewinding from later today, are you?
You're good. I'm back from Sunday.
Did you jump back into a photo? We agreed that was too dangerous.
那肯定是有事儿。
I acted on instinct. I hope it was the right choice.
What happened? Did something go wrong with the gallery show?
No, the show was great, incredible, but while I was gone, something at Caledon went very, very wrong. There was a protest about something. It turned into a riot. By the time I got back, the whole campus was on fire. Look.
That's definitely the campus on fire. Compositionally, it is a bit more abstract than usual.
I wasn't trying to take a photo. I dropped my camera when I saw you. Moses, I'm sorry, but I saw you.
我感觉他身边人应该都已经习惯了。哦，我死了。哦，我又死了。
Wow. Where was I?
回来这么不紧不慢。
On the roof. I tried to help, but I couldn't get inside.
Working on a Sunday. I need more hobbies. Okay. Before you came back here through the photo, did you try to rewind in the fire?
我没想到。
I wasn't sure if I should. I've used my powers to save people before. It doesn't always end well.
Yet you came back here. And I'm glad you did.
I've never felt so powerless before. All that destruction and there was nothing I could do.
真的吗？你一代不就经历过一遍？
That's not true. You bought us time. Time that we'll make the most of. So, where should we start? Fire department? They'll just laugh at us. We should act normal. Search for clues, talk to suspects without rousing
感觉好
suspicion.
诡异啊！防范。
Which is exactly what your powers are perfect for. Did we do any rewind testing when you were here the first time?
No, we just talked about my trip over hot chocolate.
Then let's change that. We'll practice your skills, and if you run into any danger this weekend, you'll be ready.
这老半天了，特乐意搁哪儿呢？还在路上昏迷呢。
Let's get to work.
练习操的。哎呀，现在支撑我往下玩的就是老麦这张脸，你知道吗？
Moses is right. I need to be prepared for this weekend. Moses likes working on this when I'm around. I'm his Control Z.
啊？你闲着没事就可以倒软是吗？
Moses' pride and joy. Though he hasn't had as much time for the stars since he started studying my powers.
搜刮搜刮，有没有能合成子弹的废料？
A cutting from Maya's memorial tree. We're planning to give it to Sophie
新手教学。
if she ever comes back.
你不倒点水，又把 Lisa 浇死了。
Aw, May's at the vet. I was in the mood for another staring contest.
我记得朋友第一次玩到那总结还问我 Lisa 是谁来着。
You really understand how I'm feeling right now. Turtle strapped to a rocket booster.
哎呀，手搓子弹这类似。
Moses had me rewind after the first scene of Brain Bucket 3 because he, quote, needed to unsee that.
你俩关系怎么这么好？
Yasmin has been through hell in the last year. Not that she didn't deserve some of it, but still.
确实。
Moses is so passionate about physics, but as far as I can tell, physics is just loading screens. Tony and Moses make it look easy. How do you keep somebody that close for that long? Sophie's been radio silent for almost a year.
没事儿
I wish we
他会
knew
跟
where
你的
she
女朋友一
was.
起回来。俩人出现，再让你来个2选1。
I'm 90% sure that Harold isn't real. Moses just made up a fake grad student to get an office all to himself. I was really worried when Moses said I should practice my powers. But he was sure we could do it safely, and so far, he's been right.
最后重大抉择，你选择亲哪个？
You really missed your calling as the host of a children's science show.
There's still time.
不至于吧？还真搞成复联呀？
What was drawn on that card?
Seriously?
怎么不让我猜猜你口袋里有多少钢镚
And
儿？
yet you're such a ham.
我记得一代那个数硬币，我当时还搜了半天美国硬币面
Time
值
to fire up my rewind powers so I can grab that index card before Moses rips it. Yoink!
Welcome back.
Who's this formidable fellow?
That is the evil swordmaster Frostbite from No True Samurai. Test number 1. Tell me who killed him.
I have no idea. Let me guess. I can find the answer somewhere in this very
哎呀，还不如让
Who
我猜
cares?
硬币呢。
It's a one-strike question. Test failed.
You're the worst.
看来楼上好像有个什么电影是吧？
Well, you're definitely no true samurai. But are you the killer? Moses had me rewind after the first scene of Brain Bucket 3. Moses' secret contraband kettle out in the open?
我怎么觉得这玩意儿要着火似的？
Don't worry, Swordmaster Frostbite. I'll find your killer. We've covered a lot of ground. These people started talking about Sophie's death like it was a bad dream. Then they stopped talking about it at all. Yeah. About that whole avoid section. No crazy storms in the 9 months that we've been testing my powers. That's something. I'm a good guinea pig. For the most part. Moses has been tracking weather patterns along with our rewind testing. No correlation yet. After everything with the timelines last year, Moses thinks my powers might have evolved in other ways.
摩西跟那个玩家社区
Not
似
sure
的，
if
猜了
I
这个
know
猜
if
那
he's
个。
right.
哎，我记得当年一代追剧的时候，大家这个猜呀，然后到双重曝光也还有点兴趣，接着猜呀，到这部没什么宣发了，也没什么人了，也没什么人猜了。
Are you my mystery killer? A high school girl? The plot thickens. But what's her name?
我的天呀！
Get us out of here!
这老麦这个心理创伤都得堆成山了，我感觉。
Moses likes working on this when I'm around. I'm his Control Z.
目睹多少人这个？
For all I know, you only use your powers to toast marshmallows. Moses is so passionate about physics. But as far as I can tell, physics, you're not my mystery killer. But I'm sure you have plenty of crimes to your name. How dare Moses be good at art and physics? Some of us can barely be good at one thing. Okay, ask me again.
Max, it's great that you can remember something you just saw, but I'm testing whether you can remember it before you saw it.
Fair enough.
不是，这难道不应该是我问他是什么，他告诉我，然后我再倒回去吗？我现在是在
Using a
找什么？
rewind test to get me into anime? Moses is abusing his powers.
我现在是在找什么？
Oh, I'll find Swordmaster Frostbite's killer, Moses. Just you wait. Tony and Moses make it look easy. How do you keep somebody that close for that long?
对啊，不应该是我问他，他告诉我，我倒回去，然后我说出来。现在我是在找什么？
You probably are a true samurai, actually.
这个海报吗？我阅读了一下，不对吗？
Okay, at
起手就是一个卡关，我求你了。我甚至我不知道我在调查什么，我感觉我能互动的都互动了一遍了。
You really understand how I'm... Aw, May's at the vet. I was in the mood for another staring contest. Moses had me rewind after the first scene of Brain Book. Here she is. But what's Mina Hiramatsu? If I make it through this weekend, I promise to marathon your work with Moses.
对，是我不行。
Okay, ask me again.
Max, it's great that you can remember something you just saw, but I'm testing whether you can remember it before you saw it.
Fair enough.
Hey, 拜拜，我还在迷茫，我该选啥？是对话的时间不对吗
Okay,
？What the fuck？ 我倒回最开头行吗？
Okay, ask me.
Who killed Swordmaster Frostbite in No True Samurai?
Mina Hiramatsu, the badass high schooler.
Correct! Are you ready for test number 2? Please hand me the object behind that locked door.
我的天呐，在这儿玩1年了，你们这个，你现在跳跃回以前是没什么时长限制了吗？ 柜子，什么柜子？
If you want me to do something other than break into this thing with a screwdriver, speak now.
I'm just observing my test subject.
Good to hear. Haven't had to break into something for a while.
真的吗
But it's probably just like stealing a bike. A test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up?
老麦手艺还在。
You just love watching me break things for science.
I know I won't remember it, but I still love watching it.
嚯！
Damn. It's never simple in the time dojo. Okay, I'm probably not going to develop hand coordination in the next few minutes. Need another plan. A test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up?
拿什么东西接着点儿呢？
A test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up?
你俩是真不着急，搁这测了又测，一会儿都烧完一遍了。这真就是新手教学呀！那你前面搞一个那么紧急的这个氛围。
Is this a bonus rewind test? Did you want the mug to fall?
No, that's just a lucky break.
他笑出猪叫了。唉，我的心情就跟我玩人王一样，靠着主角一张脸在硬撑。
Yes.
这玩上了，你说说？那一代好歹还有个1礼拜呢。
A test where I get to
你
break
这个有
into things?
你这个主要是你现在是在过去的时间里呀、不是你现在是从照片跳回去，而不是说像一代那样莫名其妙就是回到了那个时间。
Max, you have to unbust the door.
What? Fixing it wasn't part of the test.
I think you know that it
我的
was.
神呐！我现在看他都烦了。
Thanks. I'll put the kettle on. Meet me on the X when you're ready.
咱就是说，第九觉得真的有什么新人来玩这个游戏吗？我说句不好听。
All right, I'm
所以
ready.
他觉得有多少人是从这一代开始玩的？
I
需要
want you
这
to
么
teleport to
新
this
的
side of
了
the room
解
in a particular moment. Specifically, the moment before this mug hits the ground.
Moses!
It does that sometimes. I'm gonna count to 3.
Moses!
真没招儿。
Moses, unplug the kettle!
Oh, it just does that sometimes.
Guess I'll have to do this
不听
myself.
人话呢。
Moses, unplug the kettle!
Oh, it. Max, why'd you leave the X? What happened?
Fire happened.
他们为什么把我的取暖器打开了？
And I was just gonna let it spark. Thank you, teleporting Max. What?
That didn't happen before. We had hot chocolate last night and it didn't combust. I just got back and I'm already changing things.
That's fascinating. Probably best to skip on the hot chocolate today. Let's debrief when you're ready.
Please tell me you'll stop using that kettle. For all we know, it burns down the school in 2 days.
I know it's a dysfunctional relationship, but I can fix her. You're right, though. Consider this her official retirement party.
How are you feeling about the disaster I just dropped into your lap?
Still processing. But I'm glad we still have a chance to do something. How do you feel?
I know my powers are, well, powerful, but that doesn't mean they're dependable. This could end badly.
老麦的责任越来
What
越
if it
大。
was a mistake to come back here? What if I just make everything worse?
I know there are risks. There's a reason we never tested your ability to jump into photos. But our testing has proved that some kinds of rewind are safe. If you unbreak a mug, the universe doesn't seem to care.
What if I can't change anything? One time I tried to save my friend's father from dying in a car crash and...
You've told me. And yes, it sounds like the universe sometimes has a dark sense of humor. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's take stock. What do we know for sure? What leads do we have?
So, who would have a motive to burn down Caledon? I saw signs of a protest, but I'm not sure what it was about.
We haven't heard from Safi since she left.
Moses. No way. I didn't see any sign of her.
Safi's a shapeshifter. She was furious with her mom and with Caledon.
优先
Could it
怀
be
疑。
her?
I still don't think Safi would burn
马飞
down
说
the
我要炸
school.
学校，用得着
At
这
least
个。
not on purpose.
At least not the Safi we thought we knew.
That being said, one thing we know about Safi is that she gets reckless when she's angry. Vin and Amanda could help us.
就非得把这两个尽量拽过来是吧？
And Amanda knows everything about Lakeport. Too bad I can't tell them why I'm asking. They'd never believe me.
Because of the storm amnesia?
We need a better name. That sounds like a disease you get in a fantasy novel.
Well, you turned down cognitive dissonance triggered collective memory loss.
Sometimes I wish everyone still remembered. The 2 timelines, and everything with Safi and me having powers and...
You could remind them. You reminded me when I started forgetting.
I got up the nerve to confess my secret once. I thought it would let me be more normal and less alone. The universe had other plans.
It always does.
I can't do it again. It's easier if people don't know.
Even Amanda?
Especially Amanda. Dating a time traveler is not for everyone.
没事，你的墙马上就要回来了。
Every conversation ended with, "Did you rewind that?" Every argument started with, "Don't rewind this."
I get where she's coming from. It's easy to imagine how someone with your powers could be manipulative.
I get it too. But it did hurt when she forgot about my powers and got so much happier. I couldn't remind her. I couldn't be the reason she got so anxious again. But then I really was lying to her, and I couldn't live with that either.
She still makes eyes at you and the turtle. Any regrets?
Amanda is amazing. If there was a way to be honest about my powers and make her happy,
这个翻译
I'd love to find it. The only thing we know for sure is that my powers are going to complicate things. They always do.
Maybe this time is different? We can't stay locked in the past.
Like I can help it. Every time a new disaster strikes, it always brings me back to the first disaster.
Chloe, in the school bathroom.
Yeah. I tried so hard to save her. And the one thing I learned is that you can't save everyone.
I'm sorry about Chloe.
And now we could lose a Loretta, or a Reggie, or a you. How are you so calm?
Because things are different. You're an adult with better control of your powers. And you have a brilliant physicist friend who wants to help.
That I do. So, how do we stop a fire before it starts?
我觉得前面这1个多小时
My class starts in 15
精简到
minutes.
半个小时都有差不
I
多。
should cancel.
No. Don't make any changes you don't have to. If we mess with the timeline too much, we might introduce new variables.
You know, I saw something in class last time. Reggie took a call and walked away when I got near. I wonder if it was about Abraxas.
Secret society. Shady calls with the Abraxas president. It could be something.
And in the fire, I noticed some Abraxas graffiti. It seemed ominous.
Text me if you learn anything.
双重曝光里铺垫了一整阵游戏，一点没用上，拖到这会儿才用上。他真的，他分成2个游戏就
Promise me
直
you'll
接
do
做
whatever
成
you
一个
can
游戏
this
比
weekend.
较好。
To stop the fire. To save people if it breaks out. Anything. I know there are consequences to using your powers, but inaction has consequences too. Whatever happens, I need us to know that we did everything we could.
I think I need that too.
Have a good class.